Look, you're to that point, Jay, thoughts on the people that are frustrated with XRP. Again, perspective is everything.
Right.
But let's put some timeline to this, okay? There's a 100+ year head start for the incumbent.
Right.
Okay, 1913. Let's just start there. 110, 111 years ago. Okay. We're talking about dislodging a global 8% money cartel, 8% payment cartel.
Right.
Okay. That's the estimates writ large all the way around the world. We talk payments, ACH, payroll, credit card swipes, wire transfers, however we move money from point A to point B,
right.
the general averages are somewhere around 8%.
Right.
Okay. And Ripple can do it for less than a penny for just about any size. I mean, you're talking about going from Blockbuster to Netflix 9.0.
That's right. That's right.
Okay. So think about what Ripple's doing. They're dislodging this 110-year incumbent, this global 8% payment monopoly.
That's right.
Okay. They've architected an internet of truth. That's what XRP Ledger is.
Right.
And for your audience, just as a reminder, the XRP Ledger is open source. It's held as deemed a public good, held in a public trust with open source software that anyone in the world can use for free.
Right.
Okay. RippleNet is a derivative of the XRP Ledger, just like Red Hat was a derivative of Linux.
Right.
Okay. But that being said, the core base layer is XRPL, and it's open source, it's low cost, it's proven, and it's accessible to anyone, and it's a public utility, which means it's not owned by an NGO, it's not owned by the United Nations, it's not owned by America, the EU, China, Russia. It's a public good for the world.
That's right.
Okay, that's so important to know. So we're moving away from an 8% money monopoly, and Ripple architected an vision for this internet of truth, a blockchain accounting, think about this, 109, let's just say it's 195 countries around the world. These political organizations were overlaying an internet of truth and transparency and accountability over 195 different cultures built on politics, which is built on lies and BS.
Right.
And self-dealing and corruption and feather bedding and ulterior motives. Okay. So to operate in the shadows, these systems are designed with all these perks and fat and friction and fraud as normal business. Ripple decided, you know what? That's the problem we're going to go after. That's the mountain we're going to climb.
That's right.
That's what we're going to fix.
Right.
We're going to offer a clear, transparent, stateless, low-cost, safe, fair, and level playing field for 8 billion people. That's no easy task.
Not at all.
Yeah, but why isn't it done yesterday? I wanted it done by Christmas.
Right. That's right. Right. That's right. No, you're right.
Well, guess what? Not your plan, not your timing.
So funny, Rob, one of the things that I used to get confused with, and I think I kind of figured it out myself, and it was one of the questions, why do people get so frustrated with XRP? And the only thing I could come up with and assess is I had to kind of dumb it down a little bit. And it was right there in front of my face the whole time. Not everyone understands good business. Not everyone's a business person. Most people are used to the scratcher, lottery ticket, casino mindset. Yeah. It has to be quick, fast, and instant. I either won big or I'm back to my reality. And I think that's the problem. That's why people, in my opinion, are griping and moaning, because they just don't understand truly what they hold. And I think that once all these things, come into fruition, once they have clarity, once they, and I mean clarity to the extent of the SEC, this lawsuit, I think many people's exit strategy, in my opinion, is going to be, just like I said in a video, $5 to $10.
Way too early.
Yeah, way too early. But the majority of people are going to get out because they're so frustrated that they got it at $2 or $3 or $1.50, whatever it is, or they're gonna be so excited because they were able to go buy that home or whatever the case may be, and then they're gonna just miss the boat. That's really what I meant with that Pepto-Bismol analogy. It was just being funny and sarcastic at the same time, of saying people are going to be sick because, you know, they say in most people's lives, they miss 1 or 2 life-altering opportunities. And I think this is a granddaddy of all of them.
Yeah,
and I just think most people are going to miss it. And that's why people, in my opinion, will be out. And when you look at the brilliance of Ripple, Brad Garlinghouse, Stuart Alderetti, Chris Larson, these guys, and Joe Katz, when Brad says something like flip of the switch, when Rosie Rios puts her reputation on the line and says the train has left the station, it's because of things that they know that we don't know. That's a comment. When I heard that, I said, that's a comment about something they know. They can't really, I mean, you can say that and hope that the brilliant people who understand business know what you mean. And then when he says flip of the switch, it just makes me realize that it's not about retail. It's not about the SEC's lawsuit. It's about that institutional doctrine. When that happens, it's going to be like, yeah, maybe we see $2, $3, $4, $5, $10, you know, with all this, you know, stuff going into favor of XRP. But that flip of the light switch moment, to me, is when it's being utilized for what it was created for. And I love when I hear Brad say, he says, you know, what we used to be and what people think of us in the past was like people used to look at Amazon as books. It's so much more than that, and so are we. And so yeah, your take on that, or your assessment on that.
Brother, if you go back and look, it was 10 years. Amazon went to like $100 and down to $2. It lost 98%. And for 10 years, they architected a network with losses.
That's right.
Or a Kindle.
Right. Right. I remember that thing, black and white.
A black and white Kindle with e-paper. Right?
That's right.
Digital screen. And for 10 years, people laughed at it, looked at it. And now Amazon is everything.
Everything.
The architecture of the internet of value that is going to move any. I think people don't really understand what tokenization is. I like to compare Bitcoin to XRP in this manner. Okay. The Bitcoin maxis seem to want, there's almost a cult of loving the token itself, the asset Bitcoin, thinking that Bitcoin is liquid gold, it's the new monetary system, it's the cure for everything. Okay.
Right.
And they make Bitcoin the star. Okay. What they're missing is that we're making the protocol that XRP brings to the table the star. We're making the fact that Bitcoin is an asset. XRP is a co-pilot to all the assets.
Right.
It brings and transports and helps facilitate. It becomes a co-star of all the assets and all the money in the world. Bitcoin wants to be the star.
Most people don't get what you just said.
XRP wants to be the co-star of everything.